Well, 2.5 years ago, I got injured in a racing wreck. I was told I wasn't going to walk again. I wasn't going to live off a vent again. I was told I wasn't going to feed myself again. I was told I wasn't going to lean over. I was told I wasn't going to ride a bike. I was told I wasn't going to swim. I've done 90% of that, and then you know what? I'm about to drive a race car. Check it out.
Oh, man,
I don't remember anything of that day. Last thing I remember before I got injured was leaving McDonald's from testing all day at Toledo. That was on Tuesday. My first memory is waking up in an airplane flying from Indianapolis to Georgia to go to Shepherd's. And I remember waking up and seeing my mom being surrounded by nurses, and I was like, "Mom, what's wrong? What's the deal?" And she was like, "You're paralyzed temporarily," and she got all sad. And that was the first thing I remember, and I'm very, very thankful that I don't remember those 40 days before that. Going inside the rock, back in the day, said 100 times, big drivers, you know, that's where they come from the southeast, making their debut was at Rockingham. And I'm a kid that come from the southeast racing, and I'm making my debut at Rockingham as a quadriplegic. I raced my first little go-kart road course race right there. Remember that back in the day? I get tweets all the time. "Hey Shane, ready to see you get back in race cars. It's about that time," you know what I mean? They'll tweet, you know, "I see you're getting stronger. It's about that time," you know. And I had no clue that there was something. I mean, what Ryan Hannaford and the guys at Successful Racing have done and built the way they built that car and had it all tricked out to where someone that's as injured as me could drive it. And I can't believe how awesome they've all done building this car to get us right in and out. I mean, it took my guys a minute or two to get me in. This car is amazing. First time to see it. Brian and everybody here has done an awesome job.
Well, we laughed when he left home that it couldn't be as bad as last time. I'm not really sure. We'll see here in a few minutes. I'm very emotional, but I want him to do it.
I am so lucky to get to do this. I'm so lucky to get to meet all the people. Brian, everybody with Accessible Racing, all the guys with Racing for Vets, the vets, 3 Wide Life, just all of y'all do so much for how I feel when I wake up in the morning, and that means a lot. It's like the feeling that I have down my back and the way everything sits and lays has to be perfect or feel comfortable, or I'm way uncomfortable.
Right.
And I felt really good. It might have just been because I was in a race car, but.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you think about it?
It was a lot of fun. It was pretty intense.
Did you go faster than you thought you would?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's what you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hearing that car coming up. My adrenaline's going. It's time for me to roll. Here we go. How about that? Huh?
That was cool.
Shoot. That was fun.
That was fun.
Awesome. Oh
Oh,
my
did it
goodness.
feel good on that banker, huh?
Ah, golly. I went way faster than I thought I was going to go.
Had a good time. It was a wonderful experience. Thanks to everybody who helped put it on. I hope it does a lot for the vets. I think the veterans would really enjoy driving race cars. And it was just one of those nice Saturday afternoons at Rockingham like we used to have. It never surprised me what 3 Wide Life and all his friends come up with. Every time you think he's reached a plateau, that something else happens or it gives you a little more hope that maybe he's still continuing on his recovery. And this was definitely a good day for that.
It's hard to put words to it. It's just something that is a feeling. I know from a personal experience, I was a junior Olympic mile champion and I got in a car accident. Temporarily paralyzed, had a traumatic brain injury and came back from that. With Shane, you know, he's the type of person we want as a face on accessible racing, to go out and show people that there's life after injury. You know, you just got to learn to do things a little different. And this is a prime example of it, you know, where people can just, you know, they can break barriers and create opportunities and share that message. And maybe it wasn't his purpose to be a cup champion or something like that, but the people's lives that he'll affect by showing what he was able to accomplish just by, you know, some faith and some hard work and a lot of rehabilitation. You know, that's the message that somebody who's newly injured needs to hear, so it's not so much making a mental list of things they can't do any longer. This is something to add to the other side.
I just drove a race car that I gotta say hats off to the guys for building that car to where it's so easy for someone like me that's as injured as me. I mean, look at me right now. You see how injured I am. I just ran well over 100 miles an hour, average speed, on a 1 mile speedway at Rockingham. I think pretty amazing. I mean, people at Accessible Racing to build a car and put something together and programs like this together for people like me and other veterans, you know, wounded vets. How do you even think of making something for, you know, that great for other people without having that great of a mind? And that's, you know, I gotta say that to Brian, you know, that hearing Brian's idea of building this car and all, and thanks a lot for that, because you know what, my 2013 started off pretty good right now. Well, this has been my day. It's been more exciting for me than I bet for y'all, even though this is a good show. But I got to thank Racing for Vets, and can't forget Accessible Racing, because those guys have done an amazing job getting a race car like that built. And let's get them all around the country so we can talk to more vets and get more veterans and more disabled people in those race cars. Accessible Racing.